What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Time. I am your host, Jacob Carter, the Fantasy Guy, and today I have another episode. We are back, right? Brandon and I are back. You know what it is? This is a Friday episode, and we are back to bring you another week's edition of Meat on the 50, and we got a full slate of games again for you to talk about. I'm so excited. No more buys. Everyone's playing. And a lot is on the line this week. A lot is on the line, and we got some bangers to talk about. Absolute bangers. You are not going to want to miss it. Trust me. But first, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you may celebrate, happy holidays. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if at any point during this video you like what you see, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, just tap on that bell notification. That way anytime new videos drop, and they drop every Wednesday and Friday, you're right there, right? Spread some holiday cheer, right? Go and share this with a friend. Share this with a friend who you know loves football, because we're right there. We're just dropping the knowledge. It's right there at your feet. You just got to look down, pick it up, shove it in the head of your, shake it around, and boom. Better fantasy player and a more knowledgeable football human being, right? Our motto here is, if you're not growing, you are dying. So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, just tap on that bell notification to stay up to date on all the latest content. Best part about it is Santa would want you to do it. Spread a little holiday cheer, right? Come on, it's free. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, tap on that bell notification, and also share it out with a friend, right? Pass this along to one of your friends, because I guarantee you're not the only person who's going to like this episode, because this episode is absolute fire. I'm telling you now, never done this before. This episode is absolute fire. So without further ado, let's get into it and another week's edition of Meat on the 50. Alrighty, we are back for another week of Meat on the 50. As always, joining me, you know him by now, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan, and you know, it feels like we just got done with Thanksgiving Day games, and now here we are. It's Christmas Day games, but it seems like time has been flying this season. But nonetheless, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, it was a good week, so definitely thrilled by some of the games that I saw and some of the things that happened. And yeah, time's been flying. Before you know it, we'll be talking about the Super Bowl. So we're almost there. We just got a few more weeks, and then we'll be talking playoffs. Yeah. So I'm excited.
It's coming up. It is coming up quickly, and you know, with that extended last week, this week is already here, right? Football is already upon us. Next week we're getting 8 games in 10 days. You can't, I guess as a football fan, you can't ask for much more, right? So, let's get into it. Let's put the overall season totals on the screen. Boom. All right, let's recap it. For yourself, 124, 83, and 1, sitting at 10 and 4 for the guaranteed victories. For myself, 127, 80 and 1, 9 and 5 for the guaranteed victories, sitting 1 game behind you. Let's look at last week specifically. Let's starting with you, right? Let's put it up on the screen. All right, you had an all right week. 9 and 7, still finishing 2 games above 500. Not so bad. But out of all the teams to let you down last week, the Cardinals had to be the one to do it, to send you to 0-1 on the guaranteed victories last week. How you feeling after that?
Yeah, you know what? It just goes to show that this season has been a season of unpredictability. You never know who's going to come out victorious on Sunday, and that's why I'm so excited to get into the playoffs, because it just seems that, you know, the Cardinals, who were one of the juggernauts of the NFL this year, who are, you know, probably still considered to be a top 8, top 10 team, just got beat by, you know, one of the lowest ranked teams. So anything can happen, and that's why, you know, I'm honestly not even surprised at this point, because when I started off 8-0 and I rattled off 4 straight losses, it literally brought me back to life, where I understand that anything can happen.
Yeah, you know, what a game. What a blowout. They just were on them from the start of the game, and they just never let up. Truly like a lion, right? Just going for the throat, ripping it out, and just killing the Arizona Cardinals. and sending the Jacksonville Jaguars now into the new #1 draft spot. Oh, Jacksonville. Oh, Jacksonville. Right? Overall, for the season, that puts you at 133, 90-1, 10-5 now on the guaranteed victories. Sitting solid, right? But the Lions gave me the opportunity I need to tie you at least. But of course, that'd be too easy. That would be too easy. So looking at my week, I don't know what more I could ask for, right? 12-4, but of course, solid week overall. But then you got the Bucs. You got the Bucs, lose, right? The Bucs lose, so I guess Tom Brady's kryptonite is Eli Manning, Nick Foles, and the regular season Saints. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I can't even believe it. 9-0. Tom, 9-0, bro. Come on, you couldn't even help me out a little bit. We couldn't even come tie now. All right, that's still going to put me at one game behind. Overall for the season, 139, 84-1, 9-6 on the guaranteed victories. 9-6, not liking that. Not liking that at all. All right, let's wipe that off the screen. We're bringing back the questions, and this one I thought of when we were texting in between the games last week. And, I don't even think you knew that you gave me this question, but you gave me this question. So I'm gonna kind of set it up, and then I want your thoughts on this. 3 questions here. It's 3 questions. So you noticed that Justin Fields, was looking really good in that Monday Night Football game, right? He wasn't looking bad, right? He was getting better throughout the season. He looks better throughout the season. We kind of on the same page where we agree that Matt Nagy is really kind of the problem there in Chicago, amongst other things, obviously, right? Yeah. Now, my question is this, and this is for all of you at home as well, right? We want to get you involved, so be sure to comment and let us know what you think down below. But what I want to know is, who will it be? And I want you to call your shot now. Which rookie or sophomore quarterback, right, is going to have the best career? Now, think of all the rookies, right? You got the 5 rookies: Trey Lance, Mac Jones, right? Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson. And then you got the sophomores. You got Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Tua, Jalen Hurts, right? Jordan Love, God forbid, Drew Lock, Gardner Minshew. Who finishes? Who is the guy out of those 2 years? Because I think we can agree that these past 2 years have been the best years of quarterbacks that the NFL has seen in a long time. So who's going to be the guy? Question 1. Let me know.
Out of this year's rookies and then
the sophomores. Just the sophomores and rookies. Yep. Who do you think is going to be the one that stands alone amongst all of them? Justin Herbert. All right. Yeah. What's your reasoning?
Just what I've seen out of him. I mean, it's just the drives that he puts together, the touch that he has on his throws, his ability to make plays outside of the pocket, his quarterback IQ, his elusiveness. I think he's tough. I think that he looks poised. He looks like a veteran already, and he's only in his 2nd season. I think that if they can get him a couple more pieces, especially on the defensive side, I think that they'll be a force to be reckoned with. But I just think that, imagine, this is what I look at. Imagine, if we're looking at all these teams, if we're looking at Matt Jones and the Patriots, we're looking at Justin Fields and the Bears, we're looking at Zach Wilson and the Jets, we're looking at all these different players. Where would their teams be without them? Probably essentially in the similar circumstances. The Patriots, they could trade and get another quarterback that can pass the ball 4 times in a game. They can, the Bears, they're not doing good. The Jets, they're doing terrible. I think that they might even be doing better if they didn't have Zach Wilson. That's just in my opinion. It's his rookie year, so he could do better next year. But so far, what I've seen, he's been really bad.
Not bad, yep, not bad.
So I just think that the Chargers would not even be in the discussion for the playoffs if they didn't have Justin Herbert.
So, second question then. Does Justin Herbert finish his career with the Chargers? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Now, last question. This is all hypothetical, right? All for fun. How many Super Bowls do you predict that Justin Herbert will bring to the Los Angeles Chargers?
1.
I like it. And then how many MVPs do you think Mr. Justin Herbert will win in his NFL career?
2.
Ooh, I like it. So we got Justin Herbert on the board. We got 1 Super Bowl and 2 MVPs. I like it. I like it. It looks like we're going to have to wait and see, but the nice thing is we're going to get an answer to your prediction, which I love. And who knows? You may be exactly correct, right? You may have hit the nail on the head. This is a little extra question, a little extra credit question. Does he make the Hall of Fame?
Oh man, that's tough. That's really tough. Just based on the sample size that I have, and just based on what I've seen, and if nothing changes, then yes.
I like it. I like it.
It's really hard to make that prediction. I think he's only 23 or 24 years old. He'll probably, at this rate, maybe play till he's 37, 38, yep, barring any real injury or some sort of Andrew Luck type,
yep, true,
situation. But it's so hard to tell and to make that kind of determination this early on.
I like it though. Solid predictions on all levels of the questions. I like it though. I could see it. I could definitely see him winning a Super Bowl. I could definitely see him winning 2 MVPs. It's going to be interesting. The thing I like about it is, like I said, these classes of QBs have been the best classes of QBs that we have seen in a very long time. Any one of these guys could come out and be the number one guy who's on top. I think I'm gonna go with, I think it's gonna be the class last year. I think the 2020 class quarterbacks are gonna be the better quarterbacks overall, because they're anchored by Justin, they're anchored by Joe. Jalen Hurts looks like an absolute baller right there in Philadelphia. And even Drew Lock, right? Drew Lock seems to be able to, he opens up another level of offense to this Denver offense that they don't have with Teddy. And unfortunately, hope he gets better, right? But Drew Lock seems like he opens up another level to this Denver team. Justin, I could see Justin. If I were to go with Justin, I would think Justin actually wins 2 Super Bowls, and I think he wins 3 MVPs. Because a star kind of like Justin, I think he does win at least 2 Super Bowls. Even Joe Burrow, I think Joe Burrow gets a Super Bowl, and I think Joe gets at least 1 MVP in his career. Tua would be kind of a story to see. But yeah, I'm going to go on Justin and Joe, but I'm going to anchor that 2020 class last year as the class to get it done and rise above all the QBs to be the best QBs in the NFL and going forward. It's great to see that we have talent that we can enjoy for years to come, right? But we're done with last week's news and just last week all in general, right? We're done with it. We've talked about it enough. And just like I say every week, just like a newspaper, we are turning the page to this week's news. We're focusing on this week, and guess what? We got another full slate of games, which you know what that means. We got some Saturday football, and we got some good Saturday football this week. We got some good Saturday football this week, but let's get into it. Starting us off for everybody yesterday, for us tomorrow, we got a good one. We got the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Music City of Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. Massive game here. Massive game for both teams. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. Both teams are, pretty even on both sides, as far as the quarterback, as far as, the defense, and as far as the offense as well. I think that they're two very similar teams. I'm going to go with a guaranteed victory here for the 49ers.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm coming out swinging because, I do realize that when I'm trying to, the teams that, these games where I'm just like, this is a bucket, this is an easy layup, it seems as though that I'm missing on those. So instead of going with my head here, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to say that the 49ers are victorious. I'm going to say that they win this one 27-24. I'm going to say there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of running going on in this game on both sides. But I think the 49ers get everyone involved. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, maybe a little bit of Juszczyk. And, we don't have Elijah Mitchell, but, Jeff Wilson's been playing well. So we'll try to get Hefe the ball. Yep. And, hopefully we can come out victorious. But want to kind of gamble on my team here. I want to kind of give them the benefit of the doubt because they played well. They played very well the last 2 weeks. I'm going to pick the 49ers here, 27-24.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Niners have played solid the last 2 weeks. And I'll give credit to the Titans for not having Derrick Henry and only losing, I believe, 5 times, right? I believe they're 10-5, right? Yes, they're 10-5. I mean, that's pretty impressive to not have one of the best running backs in the NFL anchoring you down to help you out. Having him not there and you still being able to produce, not having Julio there half the season, not having A.J. Brown there, it's impressive what the Titans have been able to do. But the hotter team right now is definitely the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they are rolling. They're getting that offense going. George Kittle finally getting the ball more, finally getting more involved. I mean, these last 3 weeks have been monstrous for him, absolutely monstrous. So, you got to like what the Niners are doing. So I'm going Niners with you. I'm right there with you. I'm going San Francisco 49ers. 35-21 in an absolute thriller to kick us off on primetime, to kick off our Christmas week of games. Moving on to Saturday, we got the Cleveland Browns, and hopefully they can get some of their team back so this game is somewhat competitive. We got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, Christmas Eve. It's got that classic feel. What do you got for me?
Yeah, you were supposed to be there Christmas Day, but maybe next year.
Yep.
But this will be, I don't know. I don't really think this is going to be too good of a matchup. I think Cleveland's got a bunch of work to do. They got a bunch of people on COVID. They got players that kind of get back into the mix. So, and it's at Lambeau Field, so I expect kind of a blowout here. I think the Packers win this one easily, 35-17.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go. It's been a few weeks, but we got one, baby. Let's go. I got the Green Bay Packers, 35-17, right there with you. It's funny. Cleveland had a chance last week to go from 3rd place to 1st place and then 4th seed in the AFC, but instead they lose to the Raiders and they drop all the way down to the 12th seed and then last place in the AFC North. I mean, to be a Cleveland Browns fan, golly. But yeah, I got the Green Bay Packers absolutely dominating at home. I don't think anybody's going to stop this team until the playoffs. So I think the Green Bay Packers are coasting. So I got the Green Bay Packers easily winning this one, just like you, 35-17. In the night game, we got another thriller, another banger, another one that I am absolutely excited for. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling out to the desert to take on the Arizona Cardinals. What do you got for me?
Yeah, funny, I'll be in Arizona during the time of this game. So, Christmas in Arizona, and I'll be watching this game probably with my family.
Like it?
I was, not shocked but surprised at what I saw out of Arizona last week, the pure dominance of Detroit. But you can see that, Detroit believes, and when a team believes, and everybody just does their job, and everybody just plays it one snap at a time, and they're not concerned about who they're playing. Give Dan Campbell credit for that. So, I'm going to say that it was impressive that Detroit won that game. I'm not going to take too much away from Arizona like other people are. I'm going to say that Arizona has a bounce back game here. I would be surprised, to be honest, if Arizona drops 3 in a row. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't see that. If it was, if they hadn't already lost 2 in a row and it was just they just lost that one game, then I could see it. But I think Arizona's going to come out, pissed off, and I think that they're going to come out and hit the Colts in the mouth. And I'm not sure the Colts are going to be able to respond. I mean, give the Colts some credit; they're a good team, but I'm going to pick Arizona in this one. I think Arizona wins this one, 31-28.
I like it. Well, if last week didn't convince you, maybe this week will convince you, because they got the best running back in the league right now. I know that he's gone. Derrick Henry's gone. Jonathan Taylor, best running back in the league. The Colts are going to do what they did to the Patriots. I mean, you want to talk about making a statement? You want to talk about a team showing, the Bills, hey, we only need to complete 3 passes. I only need to throw 3 passes to win a game. Hey, Bill Belichick, we only need to throw 5 passes to win a game. Indianapolis Colts right now. I've been telling you people. I've been telling all of you, and you need to listen. They are a team to reckon with. You do not want to mess with the Indianapolis Colts. That line, that running game. You do not want to mess with them. And I got them rolling. I got them rolling. And if the Niners win, we got a race for that AFC South. I'm going to Indianapolis Colts 32-24, handling the Arizona Cardinals and handing them their third consecutive loss, making that NFC West very interesting. It's coming down to it. I love it. That extra week, it's making it very interesting. The Indianapolis Colts, you ain't stopping that running game. You ain't stopping Jonathan Taylor. I promise you that. 32-24. Colts continue to roll. Moving on to Sunday morning. Leading us off, we got the Detroit Lions. Like you said, coming off an inspiring win last week, handling the Cardinals. They're traveling down to Georgia, to the city of Atlanta, to take on the Atlanta Falcons. What do you got for me?
I'm going to roll with Detroit here. I may be wrong. Just rolling with my heart this week. I think that Detroit, I think they've got something going on over there, and I think that, they have a great leader, and I think that the pure dominance that they showed against a really good team, it leads me, and I didn't like what I saw, from Atlanta against the 49ers, so I'm going to pick Detroit here. I think Detroit wins this one in a close one, 24-20.
Yeah, Detroit coming off that exciting win last week, that win that nobody gave them a chance for, but in Atlanta, looking a little flat. Yep, Atlanta coming in and definitely looking flat, not able to really get much going against that Niner defense. But the Niners are a lot better than the Detroit Lions. I think we can both agree on that. I think the Atlanta Falcons proved to be the better team simply because it just kind of works out like that. I think the Lions, like you said, they're a gritty team. They're a tough team. They have heart. They show fight, which is exciting to see. And I mean, Dan Campbell, if he watches after-game speeches after wins, you want to play for the guy. You want to play for the guy, and you hope that the franchise has success while he's there. But I'm going Atlanta Falcons 28-24, bounce-back victory, close game, back-and-forth game, but Atlanta's able to get it done. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the jungle, to Cincinnati, to take on the Bengals. What do you got for me?
Yeah, it was a close one between Baltimore and Green Bay last week. It could have gone either way there. It just a little push there at the end. It made it a little bit interesting. But, I think that Cincinnati pulls it off here. I think just being at home and, just a familiar divisional opponent. I think that Cincinnati has a little confidence now that they're in first place, and I think that they maintain that. And I think that they beat the Ravens here 21-17.
I like it. You know what? I like this week. You want to know why I like this week?
Why is that?
Because we're rolling with our teams this week. Guaranteed victory, baby. Worked out for me the first time. We're going with a guaranteed victory the second time. Cincinnati Bengals, 35-22. You and I, we're sticking by our teams this season, or this year, this week. We are rolling with them. Guaranteed victories for both our teams. Worked out for me the first time. Hopefully it works out for me the second time. I'm feeling good. The Browns gave us that loss, gave us that cushion. All we need to do is win. I can take a loss against the Chiefs. It can come down to that game against the Browns, but we got to win this game against the Ravens, and we got to come out firing. We got to come out offensively firing. None of this slow start garbage, and then we just suddenly, once the other team scores, we smell blood, and then we just, for whatever reason, we just turn it on and start scoring points. No. That's not going to work. Come out, score points, and score points. We got to put it on them. Cincinnati Bengals, 35-22, guaranteed victory against the Ravens. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I think Minnesota gets the job done here. Just the fact that they're at home. I think that even though the Rams did me, gave me an early Christmas gift, because I get that's not the only Christmas gift I want, right? I mean, but they gave me an early Christmas gift with, and for everybody that's saying that, anybody listening here saying that it was the refs' fault, go back and watch footage of the 49ers against the Seahawks both times this year and say that Trent Sherfield was held in the end zone.
Yeah.
The Seahawks have gotten away with so many holds and pass interference calls and so many gimmicks. Don't give me that crap about the refs. I don't ever want to hear Seahawk fans saying, and just people in general saying that it was the refs' fault. Here's the difference here, okay? Here's the difference here. When you're going for a pass down the field and you're coming back, that's like in the NBA where you're pump faking and then you're trying to draw. That's a gimmick. It's a short throw. You're coming back for the ball. What's the defender supposed to do? I hate that crap, number one. Number two, even if he makes that catch, you're still down 17-10. There's no guarantee that you're going to score. And even if you score, there's no guarantee that you're going to win because the Rams are going to get the ball back and they have a chance to score. So blaming it on the refs is an easy cop-out. It's crap. I don't ever want to hear it. But that being said, I think Seattle's a trash team. I think they suck. I think they're garbage. I think they're whack as hell. I think that Russell Wilson has lost a step. Yeah. I think that he's underthrowing receivers. I think their defense is eh. I think their offensive line is garbage. I think their running backs are garbage. I think that all their wide receivers besides DK Metcalf are trash. I think that he's okay. He hasn't done shit for me in fantasy all year, so I don't really, I don't really get into that. He's actually might even lose me because he hasn't done anything. So this is my thing. This is my thing. The Rams didn't play that well against Seattle, and they barely got the job done. But they got the job done. We got the job done. We got it done. Yeah. We got it done. And so we came together. And this is my thing. I had people texting me saying, "Oh, it's probably a good thing if the Rams lose because then we have a better chance of getting the 5th seed." So I thought in my head, well, a better chance of getting towards 5th seed, but it's not guaranteed, or shutting down the Seahawks, their fan bases, and their players for the rest of the year. Yep, I'm all in on the Rams. So beautiful, beautiful victory. I would like to, congratulate and thank everybody on that team. You did me a very big favor. However, in this case, can't roll with you. I think Minnesota's the better team here at home, and I think that Minnesota wins this one 23-17.
I like it, yeah. It should be a good game. It's definitely going to be a good game up there in Minnesota. I mean, both teams have to have these victories. They can't really afford anymore. Can't really afford to drop these games. The Vikings can't afford to drop these games. They're hanging on to a playoff spot. They're not going to get a division spot. So, I mean, the only chance is the wild card. They can't be dropping games. And the Rams can't be dropping games if the Niners have suddenly found this little hot streak that they're going on. So, the Rams cannot afford to lose. And I don't think they do lose. I think they handle business up there in Minnesota. Close game, 23-17, but the Los Angeles Rams go on the road. And yeah, they did not play good last week. I don't expect them to play that well this week. I think they do get the job done, but Los Angeles Rams, 23-17 on a road win, a very important road win there in Minnesota. Next up, we got a very important division game. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. What do you got for me?
Yeah, any belief I had in Buffalo has just disintegrated as the time has gone by. They've been consistently inconsistent, I still believe in Josh Allen and some of the pieces that they have, but it just it's given me that feeling that it's just not their year. Yeah. So I can't roll with them here against New England, what I saw last time, because now New England's at home. Yep. So now you're asking a team to play on the road in Foxborough against Belichick, who has won, several games against the Bills in that stadium. Yeah. So I'm going to pick New England here. I think it's a high caliber defensive game. I think that both defenses play well, but I think that New England's able to, contain Buffalo just enough to escape with the win. I'm going to pick New England here, 24-17.
Yeah, I'm with you. All faith, all the love and the faith I had in Buffalo is just gone. It is just gone, and they have murdered it. They have butchered it. They have sliced it and diced it. They have basically put it on their table, and the Bills Mafia has jumped through it like they like to do there before the games and stuff like that. I mean, they just absolutely massacred it. I think New England handles business at home. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a high-scoring game because that's what Buffalo does. You know, they get down early and then they somehow come back miraculously. I got 31-24. Who knows what the conditions are going to be. If the conditions are good, I got a high-scoring game. If conditions are bad, obviously that's going to favor the Patriots even more. But I think New England handles business here and basically ends Buffalo's season. Unfortunate for the Buffalo Bills and that fan base. Unfortunate. It was looking so good. New England 31-24, handling business at home. Next up, we got the new number one seed in the draft. Congratulations! It is the abysmal Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to New York to take on the New York Jets. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I can never pick Jacksonville again. I just can't pick them. I just cannot pick them. I mean, they're looking like the Jacksonville dumpster fire Jaguars now because they should be taking the new throne because Houston was able to dethrone.
Houston came out strong.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Jets here. This is a gross game that, please don't show me on Red Zone. I just don't want to see it. I mean, we're just going to pick a dumb score here. The Jets are going to win this one 9-3. The Jets win this one.
I like it. Yes, I like it. 9-3. If that's the actual score, that would be beautiful. I could totally see that happening. So I went with the Houston dumpster fire Texans last week. I'm going to go with the abysmal Jacksonville Jaguars this week. I'm not good with them. I think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be the Jets have a bunch of players on the COVID list. Who knows what team they're going to put out there. Robert Saleh, their head coach, is not even going to be there. So I'm going Jacksonville Jaguars 24-22 in the battle of replacement coaches. Neither head coach that was there to start the year will be there to coach this game this year. One, we know what happened. Canned, fired. The other one, COVID, not going to be in attendance. So we shall see what happens. Jacksonville Jaguars, 24-22. Moving on to our next game, we got some good division games. Another important division game. We got the New York Giants trying to spoil the fun of the Philadelphia Eagles. New York Giants traveling to Philly to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got Philly winning this one. I just can't pick New York. So Philly's they're halfway decent. They got some pieces and they're another inconsistent team though. But I don't think they're going to lose to New York, not at home. So I got Philly winning this one 20-10.
I like it. Yeah, after I was saying Philly, you can't count them out. They threw their hat in their ring. I don't think anybody's going to catch Dallas. I think Dallas is safe for now to get that division lead, to get into the playoffs, and get at least maybe one home game or go on the road. We'll see what happens. We'll see where they finish. But right now they're going to get one home game at least. But we'll see. But I got the Eagles getting retribution, getting revenge against the New York Giants for that sloppy, ugly win that the Giants had against them the first time. So I'm going Philadelphia Eagles, really lay it on this time, 38-17, getting their revenge and further making this wild card race in the NFC just something exciting to watch. I'm loving it. How it's all going to come down to this last week, right? You go through this entire season, and guess what? It all comes down to 1 week, it looks like. So, next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Carolina to hopefully win the division because they couldn't do it last week. Let's see if they can do it this week. But we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling up to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay bouncing back from a poor performance last week. I think you get a couple of pieces back. I think that they're able to get this victory here, and they are able to beat Carolina 28-17.
Yeah, Cam's done. I'll just say it now. Cam is done. Cam is only good for about 10 to 14 points, and after that, it's basically kaput. So I'm going Tampa Bay Buccaneers bouncing back 24-14. They lost Chris Godwin, but looks like they're getting Antonio Brown back, so they're getting some weapons back. We'll see what happens with Leonard Fournette. if he's able to be healthy, but that means Ronald Jones needs to step up, and then we'll see what happens with Mike Evans. So I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here still handle business, still close out the division, 24-14. Just further ending Cam's career, unfortunately. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to... I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't even have the energy. They took it out of me with this win last week. I don't even know if I can call them it anymore. Let me try. Okay, there we go. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Houston to take on the Houston Texans. No, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't. Hang on. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to, say it with me, the Houston Dumpster Fire Texans. There it is. All right, that felt good. All right. What do you got for me? On this one?
I got the San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers going into Houston and defeating your Houston Dumpster Fire Texans, 28-13.
I like it. Yeah, I don't think the Houston Texans are going to stop Justin Herbert. I don't think that defense is going to stop Justin Herbert. I don't think even that offense has a chance to compete with Justin Herbert. So I'm going Los Angeles Chargers 42-21 in a massive win. Massive win for all my Justin Herbert fantasy owners. This is definitely the game that you want to put him in there because I'm feeling good. I think he lays it out there. I think he fires it out there. And I think we see a lot of touchdowns being slung and slang around the field. Los Angeles Chargers 42-21 over the Houston Dumpster Fire Texans. Love it. Moving on to our afternoon games, we got the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears traveling to rainy Washington to the city of Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks. What do you got for me?
So this game, you backed out of the December 25th game for good reasoning, flights and stuff like that. But this is a good game that you can go to. I mean, I see tickets as low as $44, so you can get a plane ticket and you can get $44. You can watch the Chicago Bears take on Seattle. I think that'd be a great matchup for you to go ahead and you could get a highlighter jersey. You can get one of the highlighter jerseys and go out there and you could be a 12 for a weekend. What do you think?
You know what I say about that mouth of yours.
I better watch it, right?
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
These are two garbage teams, and I'm just gonna pick the garbage team that's at home. And I can say it. They're 5-9. Crash. So what we're gonna say is there's two garbage teams. What I saw of Chicago last week, Justin Fields needs it on offensive line probably more than anybody in the league. Yeah. I mean, it's bad. It's horrendous. They don't have weapons. It's really bad. So I'm gonna say Seattle wins this one, 17-13. I think it's low scoring, but I mean, like I said, they're really bad teams. That's the only reason why I'm picking Seattle here. If it was Minnesota or somebody else, even Detroit, I'd pick Detroit over Seattle, but I just think that I don't think Chicago has what it takes to get a win on the road. Yeah,
I'm right there with you. And I think you hit the nail on the head. That offensive line is horrible, and they cannot give this dude a single second to really just think and process. Otherwise, he's on the move, using his feet to try and create. But I'm with you. I think the home team wins here. I think Seattle wins 28-27 in a close game. Justin Fields, though, looks better week in and week out. I think the running game is able to get going in this game just because of how bad that Seattle defense is. I don't think there's anything really to like about this game. From fantasy owners of the Seattle Seahawks, it has definitely been a down season for you. But, yeah, I see Seattle winning here against... Yeah, the Chicago Bears, again, nothing will change in Chicago until you fire Matt Nagy. Fire Matt Nagy. Seattle Seahawks 28-27. And like you said, kind of a garbage game. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Kansas City to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this one, it's just unfortunate. I mean, the thing about that is here they go again, slicking their way. You know, they were 3-4, now they've won 7 straight, and now once again, Patrick Mahomes probably isn't going to have to play a playoff game on the road. And it's just like, I want to see this guy play somebody on the road. That's just what I want to see. I want to see, because it changes the landscape of things when you have to. And having the number 1 seed, it's just such an advantage now, which I don't like that part. I don't like that there's only 1 seed on each side that gets a bye week. I'd rather, because you get the advantage goes so much highly to those 2 teams, and you want to see competition. You want to see teams, you know, you want it to be even. You want a couple teams to have a bye week. You know, so if they face each other, the 2nd seed has just as good of a chance. But not, I mean, like I said, I mean, they've won out, they deserve it. But it's just, I want to see this man play on the road, because when you play at home in Arrowhead, it's almost a gimme. I haven't ever seen them lose at Arrowhead besides, I haven't ever seen them lose in the playoffs besides from one person, the greatest of all time, 7 Super Bowl rings, Tom Brady. You know who he is. He's been playing since you were in like kindergarten and since I was in like 2nd grade. So, but yeah, I'm gonna pick Kansas City here. I think they win this one 28-17. Not much to say. I think Pittsburgh. I think it's the dagger. I think they're done. I think Ben Roethlisberger is done.
Yeah.
No longer lingering.
Yeah. Ben's done. Ben is done. And you know what? I'm surprised they don't change Arrowhead Stadium to Pedialyte Stadium, because I've never seen a team get rid of a Super Bowl hangover so quickly and then just go back to dominating fashion. I mean, the only thing I think is going to stop the Chiefs is the Chiefs. And what I mean by that is, you know, you got Tyreek Hill out, you got Travis Kelce out, so they're going to be tested this week. Patrick Mahomes not having his greatest season, but he's definitely going to be tested this week against a Pittsburgh team that just lingers. We've been talking about it all year. They're the biggest lingerers in all of the NFL. They just won't go away. For whatever reason, they think they're good, they think they're relevant, they think they stand some possible chance to do something of any importance, but they don't. They don't. So hopefully Kansas City can end that dream, squash it, put it to bed, because apparently the Titans can't freaking do it. So I got the Kansas City Chiefs handling business 42-28, just further rolling and handling business, which, again, like you said, I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Just come on, somebody in the AFC, just do me a favor. Come on, please, just get the number 1 seed. I don't care who it is, just not the Chiefs. Kansas City 42-28 over the Steelers. And our last afternoon game, we got a division rivalry, a division matchup. We got the Denver Broncos traveling to Sin City of Las Vegas to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. What do you got for me?
Oh, man. You know, I'm just going to go with Denver here just because I didn't like what I saw at Las Vegas last week. I think when you're playing against a third-string quarterback and all this, I mean, I just wasn't impressed. And, you know, I just think that, you know, maybe they'll prove me wrong here. Maybe they will, but I got to go with my gut on this one. I just think Denver handles business. I think it is a close game, but I think Denver wins this one 20-17.
Yeah, you know, I'm with you. Raiders look so inefficient on offense, and it blows my mind. I don't understand how you can be so inefficient on offense week in and week out. Denver, on the other hand, doesn't look much better, but Teddy's out, Drew's there. Drew opens the field a lot more than Teddy does, so I think Denver gets the victory here. In a crappy game, 17-14, ugly game, but I think the Denver Broncos handle business and essentially end the Raiders' playoff hopes. Moving on to our night game, we got a pretty important game. A pretty important game for both teams. We got the Washington football team traveling to Arlington to take on the Dallas Cowboys. What do you got for me?
Yeah, just kind of the Washington football team stock has just been going down for me. And meanwhile, Dallas is rising a little bit. So I'm going to pick Dallas at home. Dallas plays all 17 games at home. So this should be, you know, they don't have to travel. They don't have any, you know, so they're Dallas and Kansas City, they play all 17 games at home. So that's easy for them, you know, because they don't have to travel.
Basically.
And they're two teams that, you know, they can prep for the game. They're used to their locker rooms. They're used to everything, and not having to go and not having to fly like all these other teams. That's you know what I mean? It's a big bonus.
Yep.
So Dallas Cowboys with their 15th home game of the season, they will get it done here, and they will win this one 28-21.
I like it. Yeah, you know, Washington, just such plateau of a team. You don't really know what to make of them. Dallas getting lucky, though. Dallas getting lucky the last time, escaping with the victory last time. I think they escape with the victory this time. I got Dallas Cowboys winning 28-24 in a good game. Washington has some weapons, but not enough to beat Dallas. This Dallas team especially, with that defense that has been absolutely rolling this season. Absolutely rolling. So Dallas, 28-24 in a thriller and sealing the deal on the NFC East. Moving on to Monday night. Two teams that are in must-win situations for the rest of the season. So this one is a good one. We got the Miami Dolphins, who are on an absolutely incredible win streak. 0-7 to 7-7. You can't write it. You can't write that. Taking on, traveling to Bourbon Street, handing the Super Bowl champs a massive loss last week. A massive loss. Taking on the New Orleans Saints. Miami Dolphins, New Orleans Saints in a good one. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got Miami winning this one. I think Miami they're hot right now. They've won, like you said, they're on an amazing win streak. I think they need this game more than the Saints do. Yep. I think that if the Saints go 2-1, they're still. I want Miami to win this game just because I don't want the tie-breaking scenarios and stuff like that. We need to nip that in the bud early. I don't want you coming in and messing with my program, the 49ers program. Yep. I think Miami's going to win this one. I think it's going to be a good game, like you said, but I think Miami wins this one 24-21. I think that they're able to get it done and continue that win streak and hopefully make the playoffs.
Let's go! 2-in-1 video, baby! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. We're going Miami Dolphins 24-21. Absolute thriller of a game. I'm with you. I think Miami right now is rolling. Getting some weapons back off the COVID list. Duke Johnson coming out of nowhere and is absolutely balling out last week. I think he does the same thing this week for the Dolphins. I think Jalen Waddle comes back and makes a big performance. I think Mike Gesicki, we'll see what happens. They got to get him involved. I don't know if he has a great game. I think Tua has a decent game. But the Miami Dolphins, they're rolling right now. And that defense especially, has picked it up dramatically. I don't know what happened from the start of the season to now, but it is a drastic turnaround. And you love to see it. Miami Dolphins, 24-21, handling business on Monday night. And that will do it for this week's edition of Meat on the 50. As always, Brandon and I want to thank you, the audience, for tuning in, listening to us, digesting, ingesting, memorizing all of the good stuff that you do to make sure that you get the information that we are laying out for you. And if you're new here, welcome. We hope to have you guys back because we're here every single week to bring you the content. Brandon, any last words for the people?
Well, there's been times in our lives where we're just holding our breath and then finally we get a chance to, I don't know, whether it be underwater or just anxiety or whatever it is. I just feel like I was holding my breath for the last 8 or 9 years and finally I'm able to breathe. It looks like Seattle is done. It's just, I can just breathe.
There you go.
I just feel like it's over. I feel like I don't care what happens next. I like Arizona. I don't mind the Rams. I mean, there are divisional opponents, but the hatred I have for Seattle trumps any hatred I have for anything on this planet, any sports teams. And I know it's off topic, but the Lakers are struggling too.
It's a good time. It's a good time for you.
It's a very good time. It's a very good time. So I hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas. I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody enjoys the holidays with their family and friends and enjoys the games. And we'll be back at it again next week for our picks.
I love it. You know what? Awesome. As always, you know what it is. I want to thank you for your thoughts, your analysis, your predictions, expectations, all the good stuff. And of course, I'm going to wish you, you know what it is, I'm going to wish you and the family a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, right? Have a good, safe flight down there. Have a good, fun Christmas, right? We got some Christmas Day NBA. We got some Christmas Day NFL. I mean, for us, I don't think it can get any better than that, right? But if at any point during the video, if you like what you guys saw, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, just tap on that bell notification. That way, anytime new episodes drop, and they drop every Wednesday and Friday, you're right there to consume the content, because Brandon and I are always dropping the knowledge. And if you haven't been able to tell, we have a pretty good time doing it as well, right? Because we're dropping the knowledge. It's right there at your feet. You just got to look down, pick it up, shove it in the head of yours, shake it around, and boom! Better fantasy player and a better knowledgeable football human being, right? Because that is what it's about. If you're not growing, you are dying, right? So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Santa would want you to do it, right? Santa wants you to smash that like button. Santa wants you to smash the subscribe button. Just tap on that bell notification so you can stay up to date on all the latest content. If you want more Fantasy Time, you can follow us on Twitter at FantasyTime2021. You can follow us on Facebook at the Fantasy Guy 2021, and then you can follow us on YouTube at Fantasy Time 2021. The link for the Google Sheets will be down in the description, where everything that Brandon and I have talked about today will be there. All you gotta do is click on it, download it, ingest it, digest it, memorize it, all that good stuff, right? We can give you everything. We can give you all of our thoughts, analysis, predictions, expectations, but at the end of the day, it's up to these players to lace it up, suit it up, and get the job done. So, again, Brandon and I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, safe travels to anyone traveling, have a great time with your friends and family. We hope you get some solid stuff. Like he said, we will see you next week. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this week's episode. That is Brandon Sullivan. I still don't know where he's at. I always forget. That's Brandon Sullivan. I'm Jacob Cutler, the Fantasy Guy. Until next week, Brandon and I are out. And a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.